What's on the menu today? Chicken is on the menu today, but I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be making a ghost maple chicken out on the pit barrel cooker. So what's ghost maple chicken? Well, that starts with the marinade. And the first ingredient in the marinade is a ghosted maple syrup from Trader Joe's. I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons of this to start. If you don't have a Trader Joe's around you or you can't get that ghosted maple syrup, regular maple syrup will work fine. If you want to kick it up a little bit, put some cayenne pepper in there, but the sweetness of it works well too. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of granulated garlic, and a teaspoon of paprika. I'm going to mix this together. I want to create like a thick slurry here. All right, I'm not going to mix anymore, so I can taste straight from the whisk. Let's see. Ooh, little kick, just a little kick, maybe a little more than a little kick, but it's good. If you like a kick, this maple syrup really is good. If you don't want as much kick, you can use maybe a tablespoon of this ghosted maple syrup and 3 tablespoons of regular maple syrup. So let's go ahead and get this on our chicken. So what I have here is about a 4-pound chicken, and we're just gonna get our marinade on this and rub it all over. Just dump away, and then just start coating every square inch of this. Get it over. Backside, get me off the tray. I'm going to get a little inside too, go ahead. Those legs, wings, everything. There we go, that's ready. Now this is going to go in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours, and I'll bring you back when we're firing up the pit barrel cooker to get this bird on. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our chicken on the PBC. We need to remove one of the rods temporarily just to get my temperature probe wire through. Put it back in there. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of cherry down in here. Get a little bit of smoke going today. Just want to center this a little more. Right there. All right, let's get the lid on and let this chicken get to smoking. So we're going to let this chicken cook to an internal temperature of 165 degrees, then we'll pull it, then we'll eat it. This is my first time cooking chicken on the pit barrel cooker, so let's see how it does. I'll bring you back when we're getting close to 165. All right, we are just past 3 hours. It's taken a little bit longer because, well, as you saw, we had some rain move in, some pretty intense rain for a while. Temperatures dropped, a lot of humidity, but we're at above 162 now, and I want to take a look at this, and if it's looking like that temperature throughout, we're going to pull it, let it rest, tent it, and it'll carry over to 165. Nice looking color on that bird. Let me go ahead and get it out of there so we can have a closer look. Let me go ahead and pull the internal temperature probe, get our bird out of here. So I want to get a look down in the thighs here. We have 163 down there in the thigh, which is good. Just want to do a quick check in the breast right up here. That's showing 164. So we're good. We're going to take this in, just cover it with some foil, let it rest for about 15 minutes, and then we'll have a taste. All right, here is our ghost maple chicken off the pit barrel cooker. It's been resting for about 15 minutes. I gotta tell you, it's really, really gorgeous. The color of the skin, the crispiness of the skin, I'm very impressed with. As I said, I've never cooked a chicken on the pit barrel cooker before. This is my first, and I gotta say, it's looking really good. So let's cut into this and have a taste. Let's see, I'm just gonna go, just separate right here, just so I can get a good slice of breast meat. Oh. Oh. That looks good. Cut another little piece here. Get some of the skin too. Oh, if you can just see that. That is really juicy, super tender. No more time to waste. It's time to taste, and I'm just gonna do it right now. So I'm just gonna take a piece of this right here and bite in. That maple syrup on the skin, you get that. You get that caramelization of it almost. Not too much heat. It really dissipated the heat. I don't know if that's just the cooking process or maybe some of the smoke, but man, super, I mean, just floppy tender and juicy. Nice sweetness. Now the cooking time on this was about 3 hours and 20 minutes total, which I think was probably a little bit longer than it should have gone. And as I mentioned, the rain came in, the temperatures dropped, got a lot of humidity. In fact, there's thunderstorms outside right now. I'm guessing it probably would have been about 45 minutes less to cook if conditions had stayed the same as when I started, but it certainly didn't hurt the end results. Now I cooked this in the pit barrel cooker with the legs and thighs closer to the coals. They can stand higher heat. They generally can cook a little bit longer than the breast without drying out. There's a lot more fat in there. I want to get in there and get some of that dark meat from the thigh to taste too. But first, one last taste of the breast meat. That is killer chicken. We are experiencing a juice-a-lanche on the cutting board, but that's okay with me. All right, here's a piece of that nice dark thigh meat with some skin from there. Wow, that is tender. The bite is almost like pulled chicken. It's falling apart that easily. Lots of sweetness from that marinade. Again, not too much heat, just a hint of it. So that's a little interesting that some of that ghost pepper flavor in the maple syrup was dissipated by whatever. I'm not complaining, it tastes really good. I was just expecting there would still be some of that heat left, but hey, it's a maple syrup rubbed chicken now. So my verdict on my first chicken cook on the pit barrel cooker, a success. I'd have to rate it way up there. I mean, this is a beautiful chicken, a tasty chicken, a moist and tender chicken, and I didn't have to do anything. Just put it on there and let the pit barrel cooker do its job.